Freedom Vans, and today we have a tour of a new van conversion that we just completed. This is a Sprinter 170. It's two-wheel drive, which we don't do a lot of. We usually do the four-wheel drive. Our clients had a Class B Sprinter van before this, so they knew exactly what they wanted. And this layout is somewhat based off of our Logan van, but we have lots of storage, easy to access storage to show you today, as well as a full wet bath. This is a sponsored video today. Thank you, EcoSmart, for sponsoring our video. EcoSmart are electric water heaters. They have the Eco Mini line, and this van has a 6-gallon electric water heater in it, which we'll get into in the video. Let's go ahead and head inside. Inside of this van, we have the kitchen galley on the passenger side of the van, and then we have a full wet bath and closet with refrigerator on the driver's side of the van. And in the back, we have a dinette that turns to a bed, which is a little bit different from our traditional van. We do a lot of lofted beds with garage spaces for gear storage, but this van has lots of easy to access storage throughout. Starting with the closet, up top we have some shelving with a mirror on the door. Voila! You can fit so much stuff on these open shelves. Underneath there we have a nice big pull-out drawer. And then underneath the drawer, we have another little drawer and a pull-out pantry. And then we do have a refrigerator in this van. This one is a little bit smaller than our typical refrigerator. It does have mostly refrigerator space and then a little freezer space, which will be great for ice. Behind the closet, we have their wet room. So this is the Nautilus shower door. It's called a self-cleaning shower door because it ouija's itself when it goes in. And inside of here we have their shower, and then they went with the separate composting toilet. And the reason that they chose this model, this was a special request, was because it can drain directly into the gray tank. So it's super easy cleanup. Over here on the passenger side of the van, we have their kitchen galley, which ended up being the perfect size for a 2-burner propane stove, and then their sink. And then they have lots of drawer storage in here and tons of cabinet storage. They did request a nice large drawer for some of their appliances. A lot of our clients like to bring their Instapot with them, and there's plenty of space to keep their Instapot in here. At the end of their kitchen galley, they do have a flip-up countertop, which will extend their countertop space. This countertop is made of Corian solid surface, which is a really light material, but also very durable and beautiful. This countertop turned out so beautiful. Inside of their sink, they also have a countertop extension, so they'll be able to use lots of countertop space. In the back of the van, they have their bed space. We played with a few different ideas with their bed space because they wanted something that was easy to get into, but also really easy setup. So originally we were thinking an electric bed, but that cuts out a lot of their storage space because you can't have any of these overhead cabinets with an electric bed and then have the electric bed hide away. We ended up doing a dinette that turns into a bed, and it has a gas-powered pedestal, so it's pretty easy to just unlatch, push down the table, and then move the cushions. On the front side of the closet, they do have a removable table that is mounted with a Lagoon table base, and this is great because if they don't feel like making their bed that day and putting up the dinette in the back, they will have a table space for the two of them up here between the front seats. Or if one person's in the back doing something at the table and another person needs a table space, they have two separate table spaces in this van. This table folds up really nicely and stores fleshly against the closet. So it's out of the way, has a great spot for storage while they're driving. For the power system in this van, we went with a 300 amp hour lithium battery bank, a 2000 watt Xantrex inverter, and 750 watts of solar. We decided to do two 60 cell panels on top of the roof because they're not going to have a ladder. They don't really have any intentions of going up on their roof, so we decided to just fill it up with solar. Their big power needs in this van are going to be their TV, their electric water heater by EcoSmart, their lights, their water pump, which is pretty small, their heater's pretty small, and then their fans, the exhaust fan and the intake fan. So on the other side of the power system, we have the water system. We put the water system on the other side of the van just to help balance out the weight of the van a little bit. For their water system, we have a 38-gallon water tank, as well as a 6-gallon EcoSmart Eco Mini electric water heater. EcoSmart has 4 different sizes in their Eco Mini line. The smallest is 1.5 gallons and the largest is 6 gallons. We typically just size the size of the electric water heater based on the client's needs, if they're going to do an outdoor shower or an interior shower. This client specifically only has an interior shower, and then they have an outdoor hose down kit. But with the indoor shower for showering for 2 people, we decided to give them 6 gallons because you typically use a little bit more water. We choose to use electric water heaters in all of our vans because they are powered by renewable energy. Our power system is recharged every time you drive through solar or even shore power. We typically recommend to our clients that they just turn on the electric water heater when they're going for a drive somewhere. That way the van's already replenishing that power that the EcoSmart is using. And then the water will stay hot inside of the tank for up to 24 hours. So you'll have hot water for 24 hours after that. They typically use, depending on the size, somewhere from 40 to 70 amps to warm up the tank. So this 300 amp hour power system will have more than enough power to recharge the tanks while they're out on the road. We've used the EcoSmart water heaters in the past and we really love them. They're easy to install and they are a great system for our vans. We have a link to all of the different sized EcoSmart Eco Mini heaters in our Amazon shop, which you can find on our website, or we have this linked below as well. On the back side of the van, we have more storage in the back. We have a spot to fill their water, a really nice light so they can watch the water fill and see where the tank is at as they're filling it. And then a button right here for the high pressure wash down kit, so they'll be able to hose down any muddy gear right off the back here. On the other side, they do have access to their inverter. The plugs here go to their AC outlets and appliances, but you can always pull these out and use these AC outlets on the back of the inverter as well. And then we have a couple of D-rings because they do plan to bring camping chairs with them, and they'll be able to strap in those camping chairs with these D-rings. So there are just a few exterior components that we'll talk about on this van. One worth mentioning is the satellite. They do have a satellite and a DVD player in this van, which connects to their TV. And they actually sent us the mount for the TV so that they'll be able to swivel it around, whether they're in the front of the van or in the back. The TV really is going to be useful for any place that they're hanging out in the van. One new feature that is a really cool addition to this van is that it does have a self-leveling system. It's a manual system that was designed by our client. What we did was we welded up 4 hitches and we mounted them to different areas of the van, to the 4 points of the van. They have 2 jack stands, which they'll be able to put into 2 of the hitches at a time to level the van, depending where they are. So they'll have a lot of flexibility over leveling. Thank you so much for watching this video, for following along on our videos. We really appreciate all of your support. We are so happy with how this van turned out. It's very light and airy in here, super cozy, and I'm really excited for them to be able to just hit the road, slow down, relax. They're newly retired, so who knows where this van will take them.
We've owned one Mercedes before, 3 road treks, both 2 on a Chevy, 1 on a Mercedes. We simplified a lot of things. We took out the generator, we took out the air conditioner, things that really didn't work anyway unless you had a lot of power, and we don't plan on being where you have a lot of power. So it's mostly off-grid, the solar, and more 12-volt appliances, and you guys did it for us. This electric door. I love this electric door. What's your favorite feature?
I guess that's nice.
The bed.
The bed. Hopefully the bed will be nice.
The table. You want to
the
seat
bigger
4
table.
people at the table. You know, I think we started planning this about 2.5, maybe even 3 years ago. Our daughter married an Australian, and we've been to Australia for a month, and we thought, oh boy, we're just going to be going to Australia every year now. But it's not turning out that way, so we went ahead with our plans. We were on your deposit list twice, and the second time took, so yeah.